Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mondays in Exandria. We are happy to be back. There's no hurricane this week, so woo woo, we're back. We are happy. We are pleased to be here, as you can tell. So, Igor will be with us. He's just currently at work still, kind of working out some stuff, so he should pop in later. Fingers crossed. I am Lindy. I will be playing Wendell Eustace Abernathy, Lucius Throckwaddle Hossenpfeffer the Fourth of the Haversham Hossenpfeffers. A nobleman and a warlock, and just all around amazing. We also have the phenomenal D20 coup de grace with us today.
Yes, that's me. I will be playing Harlan Flipcloak. I am a divination wizard, and I foresee us having a great night tonight.
Oh, excellent, excellent. And of course, everything being divination comes true, so I'm looking forward to a great night. Speaking of great, we've got Nuggetosaurus. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic. Hi, I'm Nuggetosaurus. I play Howl, the shifter fighter, who did not die last episode. So yay, fun. I did fall through into the sewers though, so I probably smell real bad.
Probably would save your life.
Yeah, probably. And I'm looking forward to some sleep and getting to know my new orphan.
Yes. Our new orphan. She has such a monopoly on them. Now she's 4. That's so unfair. Anyways, we also have producer Trav with us today. How are you doing?
Everybody's getting orphans. As long as you're handing out orphans, I'd put me down for an orphan or two. I could use the help around here. Hi, I'm producer Trav. I teach these orphans to cut video. Meanwhile, I play Lamont Quinlan, who is crazy and thinks he's functionally Batman, but not exactly. So it's good times.
Good times. Good times indeed. Now I will pass this over to our fantastical dungeon master. Deception check. How are you?
Oh wow, I am could check my head cut off tonight. I just remembered in the last second that I had no dice with me and had to go dig them out because I took them with me in a bag in the hurricane because I couldn't let the hurricane take my dice.
No,
couldn't let that happen.
Tragic.
But yeah, not prepped at all. I am the worst DM ever. So welcome. This is great. I'm Deception Check. This is our Mondays in Exandria. It's a take on the world of Matthew Mercer and Critical Role, plus a little bit of a twist of some standard D&D modules and a little bit of fun from us and these wonderful characters. Last week, not last week, 2 weeks ago, because last week was a hurricane. Last time we played, the players were trying to figure out what happened when Hal got punched by an airship into the sewers. That was great. They found out that a lot of people died. There were 15 people dead. Lots of questions being asked. Ends up that the person who died, one of the main people who died, seems to have had a connection with the Gray Skull Shadow Inn and the players. And they're not sure why. Lots of interesting things. There was a construct on deck of the airship throwing beads of fire. There were assailants chasing the poor gnome. There were people that were supposed to be on the ship that some reason didn't. And then poor Nikolai Yates just hasn't been seen. Wendell is beside himself with fear for his friend. So, what we'll do is, I was going to start it off with our lovely Lamont Quinlan, but he's there. Out of the shadows appears Lamont Quinlan, who at the end of last session decided to climb upon the roof to brood and to think about the actions of the day, the lost crystal, the mechanical constructs, and all that has befallen his friends. So we shall join him. Lamont, you're on the roof. It's well after midnight. What are you doing?
Fire in the sky. Tonight the sky is falling on the city. My city. Score's dead. Potentially. A score may be dead. Terrible. These constructs, this technology that I've been dying to understand, starving to understand for such a long time is finally striking at the very heart of the populace here. There's now a body count. The time for testing is over, and now sworn to not seek death directly, repeatedly. It's now time to get to work. So I stand up and it's a coat of billowing, right? It's not a cloak. It's like a coat. It's like a jacket, right?
No, it's a cloak.
It's a cloak.
It's a cloak. If you give it the command word not to billow, it just hangs like a normal cloak.
Why
But
would
if
you
you
ever
say
do that?
if you command it to
Yeah,
billow,
it's never
it
going to happen.
blows in a mystical wind.
Okay, right. That's the setting I want it on at all times. I'm not even really. I'm glad to hear that I could turn it off if I had to. But yeah, so I turn. You do the determined turn, and I go back down because I have to have words with either Harlan or Howl, whichever I see first.
Okay. You do know that as you went upstairs to brood, that Harland was heading to bed, and so was Howl.
Oh, everybody's going to bed, and I remember that everyone's going to bed.
Not me.
And
I didn't.
makes you impatient.
Yeah, like have a moment with this mechanical cat. I like to think that I'm studying it pretty carefully, and every time I look at it, I get kind of like pissed that I don't understand how this thing completely works yet, and I am starving for the secrets of how these mechanical creatures work and how to harness them for my own will.
Okay. Well, why don't you give me a D100? Just roll a D100.
I love D100s.
We're going low, and let's see what you learn. Or if you have learned something, maybe something is broken free. Oh, well, with a 6 on a D100, that I would consider that an extreme success in the knowledge and understanding of little Mr. Whiskers, the kitten. You've been ruminating on this. The airship kind of broke loose a few memories for you. You started remembering, or at least transcribing over the image of the airship you saw with the levitation crystals. You see the ones that haunt your memories, the large rings of the bound elementals that hold the airships alight in what you imagine is this strange world in your mind that's been slowly kind of creeping into your awareness here. That twist, that addition of knowledge has now given you an insight into Mr. Whiskers the kitten. You know that this particular type of construct, the way it was built, it's not something you see here regularly. This construct actually has a core that has a trapped soul in it. It's actually a cat soul inside. And with the magic and mechanical aspects of the creation, it allows this little kitten to exist as it is, as long as the the mechanisms are taken care of.
Just gobsmacked, like get like really close to this kitten, like touch its nose, like I'll be damned. And got that whole like vision quest bit. This is Dark Knight Returns as we're gonna get here, people, on a grim rooftop.
It's starting to rain lightly.
Yeah,
the wind picks up.
Man. You get the shocking flashback that there is a cat's soul inside this thing, and I love that. It would be like a bolt of lightning, and I think I go to Harlan's room and pound on his door.
Before you leave the rooftop, there is a bolt of lightning. And as it strikes, you come to realize that the face you keep seeing in your dreams reminds you of Howl. It finally clicked. You don't know why. There's no flash of imagery in your mind. You just know that that face is Howl.
I think he drops the cat and is like just stopped in his tracks.
It starts sliding off the roof.
Like off the roof?
Yeah, sliding toward the edge.
I think I'm just like so astonished and freaked out that maybe I don't even notice until the very last moment. And, or not at all. I don't know. It'd be funny if the cat fell off the roof because I realized that Howl was.
The cat catches itself right at the edge, but it's not very. It's like it's.
Yeah, I don't even notice because this is the dark face that I saw beyond the wall of death, and a grim portent of my true foe.
Yes.
Sure.
So that's some shit.
Yes. And before you head down to speak with Harlan, let's go to Howl. Hi, Howl.
Hi. Hello.
You've got a warm bath in your suite.
Yep, I love it.
Reagan took care of it. He also he also signed to you that he took care of the other things that you asked, and he's looked in, and he tells you he's looked in on Martin as well, who is now sleeping soundly in one of the rooms. The doors are locked with the good locks.
Good. Yeah,
he's
good. He's good with his hands.
So you're alone
in
the bath.
Yep.
Is there anything particular you're thinking of?
Me.
No. I don't know, probably the first thing that comes to mind is what the fuck am I gonna do with this new child? Where did this beaded necklace come from, and what the fuck is it? Because Hal has no idea about magic, so who knows?
Okay. But you know it's magic. You felt that when you picked it up.
Right. It's definitely magic. It's definitely something that the more arcane adept need to look into. Yeah, I'm probably just trying to relax my muscles because I went through the concrete and cobblestone. So
as you're relaxing, it comes back to you a bit more that while you really feel like you've been hit by an airship, it was more along the lines of the airship impacted the ground right near you, and as it hit you, you were falling already. So it just kind of slam dunked you into the sewer. Not so much just pile drived you.
I guess that's better.
You figured that's the reason you survived. The cobblestones gave away before it could actually impact you.
Probably why I'm alive.
And then out of the darkness near the front part of your apartment, you hear, you asked to see me, and it's the voice of Elrect.
Oh, shit. Okay, me as a player, I don't actually remember why I asked to see Elrect.
I believe you were wondering whether or not the gnome had anything to do with the clasp, or if they were.
Oh yeah, the guy who had the coaster. The
Yeah, that's right.
His name. I got his name. Dalkar?
Dalakar.
That's right.
Okay.
It's written better on that page. Dalakar.
Hey, just give me like 2 minutes. I'll be out in a minute.
No, yes, sorry. Apologies.
You're fine. I wasn't expecting to see you tonight, so.
You did say you needed to see me. Reagan said it was important.
Yeah, I figured like the morning, but it's fine. Give me a minute.
I can come back.
No, you're here, so just give me a minute. And I'm gonna get into like my normal clothes that's not armor, I guess.
What is that exactly?
Oh, that's a good question. It's an excellent question.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if Wendell was going to ask you out on a date, what would you wear?
I wouldn't answer him. So
Fair. That's
I'd be
fair.
like, no. On a normal day, she probably just wears like regular black pants and actually, you know what? I have an outfit on Pinterest. Hold on. Let me pull it up so I can properly describe. All right, so she wears just like normal black pants. Definitely like combat boots that come up pretty high so her shins are protected. The pants that she wears they're like high-waisted and they've got like a double set of buttons all the way from her hips to the waist area.
Mhm.
And then she wears a like a fitted long sleeve shirt that has a high collar and but this section here is open and then it's got like a button strap across kind of thing.
Okay.
That's just what she wears on a normal day-to-day basis. And so she comes out and all right, so here's the thing. I'm pretty sure you saw the wreckage.
Lucky you fell into the square instead of the building.
I don't know how I'm not dead right now, but you know.
You weren't under that thing, were you?
Oh, I was. Yeah.
Oh, well.
I got like bitch slapped by an airship.
Gods are
so-
watching you, I believe.
Sure. So there was this man, this gnome on the airship named Dalaran. Dalakar. Thank you. I just vaguely remembered. Dalakar.
Mhm.
He was murdered. This necklace, and she'll pull out the fireball necklace. One of these beads was like chucked at his face and he exploded and he was murdered. And he actually
He holds his hand out for the necklace.
Yeah, I'll hand it over. And he actually came to the Gray Skull Shadow looking for group. So
Group?
us, our group is our group name.
You call yours?
Wendell
group
came up
group?
with it. Wendell came up with it. It's
Anagram.
apparently,
Do you just allow him to do these things?
if it were important, I'd probably put some input, but I was also not.
I mean,
really.
how you never strike fear into people by saying, watch out for those people. They're from group. It's like saying I'm from temple, or I ride boat. It's just
I'm sure we'll revise it at some point, but for now,
if you want suggestions, I'll work on that.
that I would appreciate that. Any input you got, anything
All right.
that strikes fear into people's hearts.
Now you said Dalakar
Yeah,
was killed by this.
one of those beads. Yep, and a construct dude, chucked it at him.
A nimble right?
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Is it humanoid but made of mechanisms?
Yeah, kind of
Moves?
like puppety.
Well, there's several of those around town. The Spiraling has a few of those.
Oh, does he? Is he trying to frame us or something? Because now the fucking city's guard thinks that we're suspicious.
No, I doubt that. He owed you for helping me. He would not turn on you so quickly
I was about
unless
to
you've
say.
done something to.
I haven't done anything.
Well,
I was
this is a necklace of fireballs.
Oh,
That's why the ship flew out of it. If you leased one of these on the deck of the ship, I'm surprised there's anything left of the ship at all. Here, he hands it back to you.
fireballs seem pretty dangerous.
Can
I'm
you
just gonna-
describe this Dalakar gnome person?
I'm
anything
assuming
about him?
that the cops described him to us. He's
Somewhat.
he's a little gnome. He was super jumpy when he came and saw us, and I guess he thought people were after him, which clearly he was correct because he was murdered. That's all I know.
The name seems familiar. If I'm correct, Dalakar was a close confidant or employee of Lornak Siffa, the disgraced Tal'Dorei council master.
Varna Sifa's dad?
Yes.
Dad.
That would be his estranged father.
So why was he looking for us? Probably because we helped Sifa.
I
Baby
do not
Siffa.
know. It's possible. But it seems interesting. It's possible. I don't know. So he was just on the ship and then someone threw a bead at him?
I think so. Like, he was looking for us. And then, like, a couple of hours later, he ended up on this ship. And I guess when he was at the inn, he was super convinced that someone was going to kill him, which is fair. And then, DM, I can't remember if the cops told us that there were 3 other assassins on...
You don't know that they were assassins. You know they were assailants.
Okay, 3 assailants, and then in addition to that, there was this automatron.
Right. The way it was described to you is that the 3 assailants were basically going towards Dalekar on the deck, had him cornered.
Mm-hmm.
The nimble right threw the bead and surprised all of them.
Okay.
2 of the assailants are dead. The gnome is dead, and one of the assailants got away.
Okay. But yeah, so like, I guess he was on the ship, and then there were 3 people coming after him, and then this big old mechanic thing just chucks a bead at all of them. 2 of them and Dalekar are dead. One of the other ones got away, and I'm assuming that's who we need to look for. I don't know. I have no idea.
Do you wish me to find out more about the ones who died? Perhaps we'll know more if we know who they are.
Yeah, more about the ones who died. Anything you can find out about Dalekar, especially if he is Siffa Senior's confidant or friend or whatever.
I will look into it. I will let you know. Is there
You're a
anything
gem.
else?
Any word on Nezrin?
No, the compound has been quite busy of late.
Like nobleman busy or like
It's
business
strange.
busy?
More guards on watch, stranger people entering and leaving.
Like not the usuals?
No one I recognize.
That's weird. And does it look like they're conducting business with Lady
do not
Wasselton? No? Okay. Or Nezrin. Okay.
Do not know.
Well, yeah, other than that, thanks for coming so quick. I appreciate it.
I owe you my life. I will do whatever is necessary to repay you.
Honestly, you don't really have to do anything. Just
You don't have to believe me. The debt is still there.
all right. That's okay. Thank you.
He bows.
Anything, if you want to get food or drink or anything, feel free. You can put it on my tab.
Thank you.
Bye.
He heads out.
And then I want to play with this necklace of fireballs. I want to see if I can figure out how to use it.
I was going to leave you there, but this sounds fun. Let's see what happens here. There's lots of flammable things in your room.
Our inn
What
got
do you
spared the
do?
airship, but then dies to fireball.
I'm gonna just inspect it, see how many beads are there.
Okay. There are, let me see, make sure I know exactly.
You said
how many
last
are there.
week. I don't think I wrote it down though, because
Yeah, I don't believe I wrote it down as well.
I
2
feel something
beads.
bad's about to happen.
There are 2 beads remaining on the necklace, and it has a broken clasp.
And a broken. Oh man, boo. Okay. 2 beads remaining.
What do you wish to do?
I want to First, I'm gonna listen to it. I want to see if I can hear anything out of it. Do I hear anything?
Okay. Give me a perception.
19.
There is no sound coming from the necklace.
That sounds weird. Okay. Does it smell like fiery? Like smoky?
No, it actually kind of smells like rancid water. You
right,
know,
because it was dropped in water, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I want to inspect what these beads are being held in. Is it like a
Okay.
clasp? Is it like a socket?
they are connected directly to a chain. You have the main chain with the clasp that's broken that goes around the neck, and then they have small leaders that come down from the chain itself, and at the end are the beads. You see that there's one in the middle, one on the left. There's like 3 missing.
Okay.
I would suggest you keep the apparatus in the housing.
Lesson learned.
Yeah. And the ones that are missing, does it look like they've been like the beads have been like yanked off? Does it look like it's been broken?
Can't tell. They just seem to have just been detached.
Do I pull one off? I don't think when it comes to magic, she's pretty cautious. So I think she'll just like, I'm gonna put this in my nightstand drawer. So, and
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right, that's probably wise. That's probably very wise. We will now go over to Wendell and
Yes.
check in on Wendell.
Yes.
You last left the group and were heading to meditate on your
Yes.
evening to make up a couple flyers to look out for poor Nikolai Yates
Poor Nikolai Yates. Such a
and to think about your evening.
prospect.
What are you doing?
I think he gets cleaned up first, and then there's no time to relax. He makes a couple of quick, have you seen Mr. Nikolai Yates? If so, please contact Grayskull Shadow Inn. Friend Wendell is looking for him, blah blah blah. You know, all that good stuff. And like a sketch of him.
Mm-hmm.
So people can approximate this is what that dude looks like. And I think then he kind of just meditates, tries to just go over again in his head the events of the previous day.
Okay.
People poisoned them with peach cobbler. Like, awful. Awful. Whole bunch of stuff. And the airship. So he's gonna meditate on that and just kind of open his mind, maybe maybe in hopes that he's updating his patron kind of as he goes through this meditation.
Oh, it's funny that you say that.
Oh, okay.
Because as you're updating your patron, he's like, you've had a bad day, haven't you?
He's a little surprised. Yes, it has been quite a doozy, I do say.
I wouldn't say you had anything to worry about. I made sure you were fine.
Yes, and it was greatly appreciated.
Yes, you would have been underneath that airship with your friend Howl if it wasn't for me.
Yes, and I'm not nearly as, let's say robust as she is.
Yes, and think of all the things you noticed yesterday. How well you reacted to everything around you.
It's as if, no matter what set of dice I use, they're blessed.
It's as if your patron was on your shoulder, helping you throughout your experience. You're welcome, by the way.
Yes, thank you. It was greatly appreciated. Been working on some converts, too, by the way.
Yes.
Yes, one of which is potentially missing, but I've made flyers for him.
You don't believe I deserve a little bit more thanks for your exquisite day, today? Survival, excellence in all things. I'm thinking I need more. I'm feeling like I want a bit more. I mean, Amasis Beck and Gunter Henry have been doing great work recently.
Good. That's good. I'm glad that I have.
Each have already brought me another follower. Your prism is growing. Against your actions, I guess. You haven't really been doing as much, but
Things have just been so busy with group and being poisoned and having an airship follow me. But don't worry. I believe Mr. Yates, who will be very, very valuable, is just right there.
yes.
Right there.
I helped him too.
I believe he's going to have access to an entire, potentially, library of information soon, which could be very, very valuable to have indeed.
If you believe so, I think you'll be a convert. But
Tinker.
what are your plans going forward? I mean, you've done a little work. You've brought in a few people.
Well,
You've grown in ability and confidence.
Yes. I believe the next steps, I'm going to, of course, keep recruiting for the prism. It must continue to grow, tiers and the like. Aside from that, well, I was working on, how to store that last orphan, but I think I might still be able to wheedle in there. Was thinking about getting the business side of things up and running. Financial backing for the prism is of course important as well. Getting the vineyards a bit set up.
I don't see how that increases my standing in your world.
Well, you see, in order to persuade people of higher power and nobility, one has to have the wealth to be able to back it up. Therefore, I need to increase the business in order to draw them in. They're like flies to honey when it comes to money.
Does not power equal wealth in your world?
Unfortunately, that is not always the case.
You must not be applying it properly.
I am trying.
Well, I am happy with you, please. Don't think I am not. You have done excellent work, and I am keeping an eye on you. Perhaps I should be more active in your times here. You seem to be conflicted with your priorities.
Only, I wouldn't want you to trouble yourself. Only if you could spare the time, of course. I'm sure you're even busier than I am.
Oh, you have no idea. I can't keep Vent from doing things for me. You'll meet him one day.
See. Vent.
He was the first. He is the most powerful. The most deceptive.
High up on
the least
that prison.
lucky, though. I'm not sure why that is.
I guess if he's got everything else going for him.
Well, I just want to check in and make sure you were doing all right, and it looked like you were trying to send a bit of a report my way, so I figured I'd just say hello.
Yes, I just figured it'd be good to keep you abreast of what's going on and updated on this realm and the things going on.
Well, good luck. Let me know how I can help.
Will do. Thank you, your graciousness.
And the pressure on your mind just slides away.
Dabs at this handkerchief a little bit. I think I need a walk. Just go on a walk after this. I've made some flyers. Just give them to someone to hand out. He'll kind of step out of his room. Just be like, oh, that was nerve-wracking and intense. Let's go take a walk.
Okay. You step out of your room and run into Lamont. Looks to be heading to one of the rooms in the hallway.
Hello, Lamont. Can I be of assistance?
Oh. Well, no. Did everybody go to bed?
Yes, you lot do tend to sleep at night. I remember sleeping at night.
I don't sleep, I dream. I need a drink. What are you drinking?
I was having a lovely cup of Earl Grey, but
Okay. Who's Earl Grey?
it's a type of tea. Lamont.
Like a drug thing?
No, it's a beverage, like water, but better, less common.
It was you that kept me from dying, wasn't it?
Yes, I repeatedly saved you.
I was dead for a little while, though. I mean, there's no reason to You can't directly dispute that, even though you've tried to.
It's just facts, Lamont.
I saw the other side, though.
I'm
You should know that.
sure you did see the other side, but I believe that you can get a glimpse of it without actually going there. You know, like looking through a window.
I hadn't thought of it that way.
Yes. I can't
Also-
bring people back from the dead yet, so I'm fairly certain you were just at the brink
Ah,
a few times.
so the guy with the safe, dead, right?
Yes.
That's a bummer. I was hoping to find that whole safe thing. Can you bring him back from the dead?
I cannot bring people back from the dead.
Oh, right, you said you
It's
can't
just
do
the,
that.
the brink of death. Yes, my power has not grown to that extent yet.
Okay. That's a bummer. All right. Well, I
I'm
want to
sure
chop
though
it.
we could probably still locate it. I'm sure he could be the only one who knew.
I've got to uncover the identity and location of the High Tinkerer.
Yes, that's on the to-do list. And he pulls out like his book. Very long to-do list.
Oh, you're keeping a list. That's cool.
I
see?
keep many lists, Lamont. Be glad your name isn't on most of them.
Can I see that list? The list you're looking at? Can I see it?
Yes. He double checks his list. No.
That's smart. I should do that.
Yes, I find that writing everything down makes sure you don't forget anything and kind of it lets you itemize and rearrange your priorities and such. You should try it sometime.
I should. I've got to copy that list and put it on the wall in my secret lair. But
I can write you a copy tonight, Lamont, if you'd like.
who do we have that owes us? Who do we have in our thrall that could identify the High Tinkerer for us?
Well, I'm pretty sure we've tried to use them already and it hasn't quite worked out. So, I'm pretty sure we actually have to put forth the effort and do it ourselves.
Well, that's kind of what I'm thinking about here, is just how far I want to go to find this individual. Because these things, these constructs, this thing that brought down the
Yes.
airship, they're not going anywhere, you know? We're going to keep seeing them. And we're
I
gonna need
assumed, so.
Yeah. And we're going to need a method of fighting them, disabling them, that is reliable and effective.
Yes, perhaps we could analyze the corpses of some of the mechanical things that we've disassembled and perhaps put that knowledge to learn some of their weaknesses. I don't know. I just, flick of the wrist and things die. So.
Can you guys keep it down?
Oh,
I pull open my bedroom door that y'all are standing right outside of.
Yes.
Come on.
And I
It's
like
2 o'clock in the morning.
point right at you and scream at the top of my lungs, looking at damn it, what is your name?
Howl.
No, Wendell.
Wendell.
Looking at Wendell, I scream and point at Hal. Who do you think this is there?
That's Howl. Speaking of which, I would love to have a conversation with you at some point, Howl.
Am I gonna regret this?
You won't know until we've had the conversation.
Lamont's still screaming.
Go back to bed, devil.
The fuck is your problem, Lamont?
You know what I'm
Too
talking
number.
about.
Did I do something to you?
I
I
leave.
wish.
I leave. I walk
The
away.
fuck is up his ass?
I don't want to know.
All right, let's go get a drink. Let's have this conversation.
Yes, it might be good to do it sitting down over a beverage.
Okay. As you two walk down to get a drink. Lamont heads off in some strange direction.
I go there first.
Okay, you're going to get a drink first. They're going to follow you. That'll be fun. We're going to check in with Harlan since we haven't really touched with Harlan for almost the entire first hour of the show now, and I feel kind of bad. Hi, Harlan.
Finally.
You're sleeping.
Louder than a group of wargs, they are.
So did you go to sleep directly, or did you continue working on your diorama?
Well, I finished up my diorama, and then I went and put on my pajamas with my nightcap, but my toupee is under my nightcap. All right?
Of course.
Never take off the toupee.
Can't.
And then I was going to go to sleep.
Okay.
He needs his rest.
All right.
Beauty sleep.
You fall asleep almost instantly. You rock away to sleep. But you dream. You find yourself standing on a field riven by battle. On the left are bloodied forces in golden armor with white banners flying high overhead. To your right is dark as midnight, and there within the shadow is another force of warriors, hardened by battle and covered in blood. Theirs is armor of black and red, and above them are the banners of shadow. There is an uneasy peace between them, and all on the field are staring at you. They're staring at you bound and chained within a ritual circle. Around the circle are 3 rows of 50 chanting figures, heads bowed, shoulders hunched under the strain of the great spell working. You scream out in a hoarse voice, "No, brothers, there is another way. I have seen it. Do not forsake me." The chanting reaches a fevered pitch, and the energies of gods coalesce around you as you scream in agony and are unmade. And you wake up.
What time is it?
Like 15 minutes after you fell asleep.
Damn.
It's one of those nights.
Oh.
And that's when you hear the yelling and screaming outside your door.
Okay.
It sounds like Lamont screaming, and then
Then
you hear people
I
walk off.
am going to go downstairs and get a drink because that was some serious shit.
Yeah, you need one.
Yes.
Okay. So everyone now, outside of Igor, who is nowhere to be seen,
He's probably asleep.
is heading downstairs. Roger Roger is at the bar, and he sees Lamont, and Lamont just doesn't want to talk to anyone. He's got his head down. He just wants to drink. He just hand signals for drinks. And then he sees Howl and Wendell come down. Good evening. Oh, you're up already. I thought you
evening.
were sleeping.
We haven't gone to sleep yet.
I don't
At least
sleep.
I haven't gone to sleep yet.
Oh, well, you really should get your rest.
I'll get it eventually.
Hey, what do you want?
Alcohol.
Yes.
I know that, but how strong? How weak? How tasty?
Let's go like medium strong, extra tasty.
Something fruity, but with a kick. All right.
How about a glass of the Hoss and Pfeffer vintage? My treat.
Isn't it like pretentious to drink your own wine or something?
So I'm ordering it for you.
I don't drink wine.
It's fruity and delicious. You'll love it.
You should try it. It's quite very good. It's too bad the he kind of leans over, like whispers to you. It's too bad the winery went under.
Do I hear this?
No, he's whispering it to you, Hal.
Oh, to me. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. All right. Interesting. We'll keep
I'll
it.
bring
I
you
don't
both.
hear that. I do not drop eaves well enough to hear that.
No, go ahead and roll. See, maybe
No,
you do.
I rolled a 2, and I don't think
Oh.
any modifier I have is going to save that.
Okay,
So
that's
3. No, I don't hear
That's-
it.
That's fair. Okay, so he brings out a glass of Hassenpfeffer. and a glass of something red that smells fruity but kind of has that kick alcohol behind it. And what about you, Wendell?
Let's see. I don't have a. Let's see. It's getting. I have so much work to do. I'll take another cup of. Let's do a nightcap cup of tea with some brandy in it.
That very well. And he pours it together and puts it to you and says,
Thank you.
I'm going to go take care of Lamont for just a second.
Please do.
Be careful, he's in like a screaming fit right now. So like,
All right, Lamont, you look up and you see that the bar is basically it's you, several seats, Howl, Wendell, and then Harlan is coming down the stairs. Reagan is standing at the bar going, so what is it? What did you wish? You're signaling me something I didn't understand.
You're the proprietor here. You're the.
I'm the bartender, Roger Roger. I work for you. It's been a long night. Are you all right?
Guys, it has been a long night. I'll have a chocolate milk, please. God.
Very well. Give me a moment. I'll make it for you. He steps behind. He goes like back into the kitchen, comes back with a chilled large glass of chocolate milk.
Okay. And I drink it all slowly while making eye contact with Howl and scowling at her.
I believe it's probably over my shoulder as I'm having this conversation with her.
Okay. All right. And so Wendell and Howl are having a conversation. Lamont is rage drinking chocolate milk.
Which I do in real life at 2 or 3 times a week, by the way.
Okay. And then Harlan, you come down to see that. You see Wendell and Howl having a conversation. You see rage drinking of chocolate milk with staring of daggers at Howl. And you've just had a horrible dream.
What a great night, isn't it?
it's certainly something.
I'm going to go up to the bartender. And
Yes, sir.
I need something to make me black out for 5 hours, 53 or 53 minutes and 26 seconds.
Other than a head injury, I'm not sure I can guarantee the amount of time you're going to be out.
I can do that.
That could be a bit more damaging than I wish.
That's fair.
Are you interested in combining effects?
How so?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that?
Sure, put it all together.
He goes, give me a moment. He comes back. He has your glass with something clear in it that smells like rubbing alcohol, and then a little packet of powder.
Ah, all right. I'll just. Does the powder go in there? All right.
No.
What?
Take the powder
Yes.
on its own,
All right.
then drink the glass slowly, and be somewhere near a bed in the next 15 minutes.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night, Harlan.
And before Harlan goes, can I say something to him?
Yes, when you look at him, he looks shaken. Like, I mean, he's in his night clothes, like his pajamas. He's got his nightcap on, and he doesn't look well.
I don't register any of that.
Fair.
I say telepathically to Harlan as I lay my empty chocolate milk glass on the bar and turn toward him. I say telepathically, "It's time, Harlan Flipcloak."
What?
Souls.
What are you talking about, Lamont?
That's right, Harlan. Soul-powered constructs roaming the streets of this city, unchecked, growing more powerful every day, powered by the ever-living souls of the previously living. And I want to walk up to him and hold the cat up to him. There's a real cat in here, Harlan. Power.
Most humanoids would find that unethical.
It reaches out with a little paw and bats at like your beard.
Unethical doesn't begin to describe it. It mocks the creator gods that these people worship. It is beyond mortal ken and is a terrifying power that I believe has already been harnessed. And we have got to unlock these secrets for ourselves before this city is overrun by constructs that continue to blow things up like what happened earlier today. We've got to employ spies to find the identity of the High Tinkerer, and then we must steal his technology, bring it back here, and build a machine that can create these entities for ourselves. These secrets are out there, Harlan.
Can we do this tomorrow?
No. All right, fine.
Fine. We'll go get your tinkerer.
Think of everyone we know who owes us money, favors, fealty, anything. Cash.
Yes.
We fan out, put the word out on the street, and then we find him or them, and we take it, and we skip 100 steps and years of research.
It is tempting proposition you'll have come up with.
I know.
We will do so tomorrow.
And I like to think that, like, by now, what, you had 15 minutes? We've been talking for at least 7.
Yeah, con save, please,
Oh, no.
Mr. Harlan.
Oh no. Uh-oh. Where's
Hoping for that.
Okay, there we go. Con save.
Oh, it's your eyes are they're almost uncontrollably drooping. Thoughts are difficult to come to you with an 11. Your body feels heavy. The floor looks really comfortable right now.
I need to go to bed. To the stairs.
You turn and go to the stairs.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm gonna need like an acrobatics check here to see how well you maneuver the stairs. It's not too hard.
That's a lot of stairs.
It is.
Uh-oh.
It's difficult. You see Harlan's energy flagging as he's crawling the stairs, but you do make it upstairs.
Oh. All right. I'll fall asleep in the hallway.
No, you can make it to your room if you wish.
All right. I'll make it to my bed then.
All right. So Harlan heads to bed to try and hide from his dream. Lamont continues to... there's another chocolate milk in front of you when you get done your conversing with Harlan, if you wish it, Lamont.
Okay, excellent.
And we'll go over to the conversation that Wendell wants to have with Howl.
Yes. He makes sure she's sitting down. She's got her beverages. He's got his tea. Now, Howl, this is going to be a very difficult conversation. And I don't want you to be too upset by it. I want you to know that there's no hard feelings.
Okay.
So, we had a very near-death experience earlier today.
I know, I had an airship drop on me.
I know, I saw it. It was right in front of me. It nearly fell on me, but my, let's just say, guardian angel was keeping an eye on me. But, when you and Mr. Yates just smashed by the airship, I saw many things flash before my eyes. And I realized that you had your heart set on it. But, fortunately, it's just not going to work out between the two of us.
At this point, Howl's just fighting to keep a straight face. Oh, is that so, Wendell?
Yes, I'm afraid due to your, lack of pedigree and bloodline, you would just never be fit to bear my heirs or children.
Is that so?
Yes, unfortunately. I do find you still incredibly attractive, though, and I can tell you're devastated. So, if the opportunity should arise, I'd like you to know that you have first dibs at mistress.
Thanks, Wendell. Good to know.
Yes, I know you're upset here. He hands you a handkerchief.
Just okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
You're all torn up about it, I know.
Yep.
It's a lot to take in. It's a lot for me to just
Heartbroken.
drop on you at once. But
Yep.
I figured it'd be best to be open with you about it and upfront. That way you couldn't get your hopes up any higher than they already were.
Yeah. Yep, that's fair.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna just reach out and pat him on the shoulder.
If you need anything, let me know.
I'll let you know. Thanks for the upfront.
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
Right.
I'm just gonna drink.
I'll let you be.
Yeah.
To
Thanks.
process everything.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
All right.
And I'm gonna give you a solid hand on the shoulder and squeeze and head out for my walk. Just took that shit.
When he's
worse
gone,
than I thought, but
Hal's gonna turn to Roger and be like, "Fucking finally, goddamn."
I was wondering what was happening there.
Okay, I have no fucking clue. But I'm so glad.
Does he really understand what I mean? He thought you were his type.
I know. Look at me.
I mean, I normally like distinguished men, but I mean, I don't find him that attractive.
He's not. He's old as hell. And he's a dude. Ew.
And that mustache. I know. I mean, well, it's all right. I mean, he'll learn one day.
You really believe that?
No, I'm just
No.
trying to be positive. Drink your drink. You'll feel better.
Gladly. They're just joking.
While you're sitting there, the door opens,
Okay.
and in walks an ancient-looking halfling woman with gray hair pulled back tight into a bun.
do I pass her on the way out to my walk?
Oh, you're going outside?
Yeah, I went to
okay,
go
I'm
walk.
sorry.
I was leaving her
Oh,
to
I
be,
thought-
and I was going to take my
okay.
walk to. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you guys are talking. You're heading to the door. As you open the door, she's standing there. So Wendell, you'll see it, and then Hal, you'll see her standing in the door as well. So, ancient-looking halfling woman with gray hair pulled back tight into a bun, small half-moon spectacles, and many wrinkles. She is dressed in a plain white blouse buttoned to her neck and a black simple long dress. She carries with her a small black bag, much like that which a wizard or magical practitioner would carry. She looks up at Wendell. She goes, I'm Mrs. Simple. You called for the fixer?
Ah, and I look at the now empty room of non-airship.
Yeah, behind her is still the smoldering wreck of the airship and a lot of guards.
Ah, you do come in. There was a bit of an incident, I'm sure, as you could see outside.
There always is.
Yes.
Are there any bodies I need to dispose of?
No, the guard of now is a bit faster than I'd hoped.
Are there things I need to hide? Situations I need to rectify? Why was I called?
There is a bit of an issue with the sewer. Wendell's like, oh, it'd be bad if the city guard probably found that secret entrance to our hidey hole. So he's going to if there's a certain passage in the sewer, we prefer the city guard not to find per se.
So you called Mrs. Simple for carpentry and masonry?
No, it was much more of an issue at the time with the building wreckage literally still falling from the sky. I'm so sorry that you had
Are you
to.
a healer?
She's also very badly injured. If you
She looks over.
I was also poisoned earlier.
That's true. Oh yes.
Miss
Oh.
Howl, I know you're not completely familiar with my work, but I'm familiar with some of the things you've done, as I've been called in to clean up after you. I am not a healer by any means, although I can perform some types of minor medical services if necessary.
I'm just more concerned about the poison.
Like a restoration of the lesser kind. Of the lesser variety.
You will need a cleric for that. I
Mm.
can have one summoned who is comfortable with our dealings.
I look to Howl.
Sure. I was gonna go to a healer in the morning, but
Oh yes,
My
Igor's
customary
also
fees
poison
will
as
be
well.
required. You are familiar?
am I?
No, you aren't.
No. Right. Yeah. Can you just remind us what those fees would be?
She sighs.
Wouldn't be
She
with
walks
this.
over, sits down her little case, opens it, pulls out a small card, and hands it over to you.
I'm gonna
And
read
as
it.
she walks away and closes it and makes sure it's. You look at the card, and it says Mrs. Simple,
Mhm.
1,000 gold an hour.
Shit.
I don't even have like 100 gold.
Yeah, that's
Was this company business, or was this private business this evening?
I mean, it concerns everybody and the inn, so
Company.
company?
She kind of like cocks her head at Howl, like, why don't you understand what I'm saying?
We only own 49% of the inn. So technically.
She kind of puts her head down for a moment and thinks, and this is a 3-foot tall woman. I mean,
Yeah,
but
she's
she
tiny.
she has a lot of like gravitas to her standing there, and she just looks over and she goes, "You're the new people here, correct?
Yep. That's
You
us.
don't know anything about." Right. I'd heard Bilby had been deposed. I will write this one off for now as a learning experience for all of us.
Very much so.
Please do not call me again unless you're willing to pay my fees and you need my services.
What would exactly those services entail? You say fixer, but like, what
Yeah,
do you
we thought that
fix?
meant cleric, I'm pretty sure.
When I fix your issues, say, Miss Howl, you are a bit aggressive in a negotiation with someone you have been told to discuss a debt with.
Yeah.
I make that go away so you don't.
That makes sense.
Say someone understands a bit more of your operation than they should. Depending upon the depth of their knowledge, I will
Fix it.
accuse them from their knowledge, if you will.
Wow.
Am I hearing this?
You're sitting at the bar, yeah?
No.
I do what's necessary so you don't go to jail. But my fees are not cheap because
Oh,
I am the best.
clearly.
I'm going to find you a cleric. They will be here before the morning.
Thank you. And we won't bother you again unless, it's so sorry.
See that you don't.
Terribly. Yeah, misunderstanding.
Sorry.
She bows deeply. Thank you and good night. She turns around and just walks out the door.
Good night.
Ow! I know I'm still. I said I'd leave you alone, but the cleric comes to cure you of the poison. Could you have Igor fetched so that he can not be blind? Thank you.
Yep.
Excellent. Then I walk out. I wait like a minute for Miss Simple to get on her way, and then I'll go out for a walk as well.
Okay. All right. So Harlan made it to bed. Lamont and Howl are still at the bar. Howl is chatting with Roger Roget about how ridiculous Wendell is.
Yep. And knocking back some alcohol.
Right.
You're going
The
to
only
need it
three
after that
people. You are the
letdown.
only three people in the tap room at this point, and Roger Roget walks into the back, leaving just Lamont and Howl at the bar.
I'm like pointedly ignoring Lamont at this point because he seems to have an issue with me that I have no fucking clue what it's about. So I'm just
Lamont, you're on your third chocolate milk.
Mm-hmm. Got that good insulin bloat going on right now. got that big round feeling. Anything's possible in that moment. And I just telepathically, like looking at Hal, like telepathically say to her, "It was you, you know."
What was me, Lamont? What did I do this time?
Are you? How do you know you're you and not another you? You know?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know anything past like 10 years ago, so I guess technically that's another me.
Don't play dumb with me, Hal. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I died. I went across the wall of death and saw you there waiting for me. All that way, only to come right back around to you. So I want you to quit playing dumb, like you're just some mercenary who bops from one fight to another. And I want you to tell me why I keep seeing your face.
Dude, I have no fucking clue. Like, okay, look. I woke up 10 years ago, beaten to a bloody pulp in a back alley in the streets of this fucking city. If I did something to you before that, I have no fucking idea. So, sorry. I don't know what the fuck you're thinking, but I mean, I consider you my friend. And now all of a sudden, you got your stick up your ass.
It's not something that you've done to me, Hal. It's something you're going to do.
So you're mad at me for something I haven't even fucking done.
If you're the one to kill me, I'm fine with it. I'd rather know who it's going to be than not know.
Okay, well, just so we're clear, I have absolutely no intentions of killing you because, like I said, I consider you my fucking friend, and I don't kill my friends. Those are people I try to keep alive.
Even
Yeah.
break your heart.
But we've got a long way to go before this is over.
I mean, that's life. You live for a long time.
Here's what I know. The airship was brought down by another one of these constructs we keep seeing running around. Throwing fire, right?
Yep.
Hurting innocent people,
Yep.
right? I have been witness to terrifying secrets as to the origins of the power sources of these mechanical devices.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
The Tinkerer, Howl. How do we find someone who hides so thoroughly and completely as the High Tinkerer? I want this person or persons, and I want their tech.
Question, DM, real quick. What
Yes.
did Velrect call the automatron?
Nimble right.
Nimble right. Okay. All right, so here's what I know. I know that thing I saw in the sewers is called a Nimblewright, and I know that there are a couple of them around in the city. So all we got to do is find anybody who's got a Nimblewright, and then maybe they've got a connection to this Tinkerer fucker.
A nibble what?
Nimblewright.
Nimblewright.
Yep.
Okay. If the time comes and you find yourself in a position to kill me, and I allow it, I expect you to do it. That's what I take this to mean. I would like to know my destroyer than not know it.
Okay. That's fine. If you want me to kill you when the time comes. I mean, I'm not okay with that. Because, like I said, I'd rather not kill my friends. I've murdered enough people in my life.
You're not being completely honest with me.
Okay. All right, Lamont. I'm going to bed because clearly you're in a fucking mood. Goodbye. And I walk out.
I look at the bartender.
He's not there.
Okay, that's fine. I don't think she was being completely honest with me.
He sticks his head out. I'm sorry. Did you say something? How's gone? Do you need another chocolate milk?
I finish my chocolate milk and walk off.
Good night, asshole. And we'll go. Which way did you walk? Did you walk outside or did you go back upstairs?
Oh, sorry.
Both of you. How you left?
I went outside.
You went to bed. Lamont?
I'm going to go back to my secret lair.
Okay, so you're back in your bedroom. All right. Or are you talking about the basement secret lair?
Basement secret lair.
Okay, you're in the basement secret lair. Okay, great. So you're heading that direction. It'll take you a while to get down there. Wendell.
Yes.
You are walking the streets at night.
Yes, alone. I realize now that this is a terrible idea, yet I've already said it, so...
Yeah, you head out, and all the guards are looking at you as you walk off. Kind of like strange that someone of your station would be walking alone in the evening.
Yes, I've got my flyers with me for Mr. Nikolai Yates.
Okay. Where do you go? What do you do?
See, I had a couple ideas, but maybe some of those I should wait for the group to be there. So I think he's just gonna go to the cemetery.
Okay. The cemetery, the one that you know,
Yes.
the main cemetery where you
Yes.
first met Nikolai Yates.
Yes.
It's all the way across town in the
Ooh.
northwest corner.
I'll go to the nearest cemetery then.
There are a few pauper cemeteries on the outskirts of the Whitestone.
We'll go there.
slums.
You know, maybe he went to the nearest cemetery rather than his favorite cemetery.
Okay. It takes you a little while to get there.
I keep my eye out for hopeless, destitute orphans.
You
As I
walk
do.
by and some locations and the rougher part of the slum as you get past the newer sections, you see small groups of men and women standing around who stop talking and stare at you as you walk by.
Isn't so peculiar. At least they to produce silence as I walk past. At least they have that much respect.
Give me a perception check.
Excellent. Please roll better than my 2 from earlier. Oh, that's much better. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. There are at least one set of footsteps behind you as you walk.
Oh, dear.
And as you cross away from the cobblestones into the hard-packed dirt of the lower class sections of the slum, the sound disappears.
Because we're not on cobblestone anymore.
Correct.
I'm a man of science. This is fine. They want to mug me. There's no money on me anyways. So then they're going to be very disappointed. I think he'll quicken his pace a bit.
She's saying that out loud. There's no money on me anyways.
No, that's just his internal monologue. And he'll just keep his eyes out for anyone.
Okay. You don't see anyone.
All right.
Even with that perception, you only heard something.
Yes. Good.
You find yourself at the small iron gate to it's iron worked gate of the small pauper cemetery.
Do I see Mr. Nikolai Yates about?
You do not. Do you go inside?
Sure.
Okay. You go inside.
I close the gate behind me in hopes that it's a nice, loud, noisy gate.
It is.
Good.
It screeches as you close it. Inside are just small symbols of different religions. Some of the All-Father, some of the Platinum Dragon, just little symbols along the ground. Some small mausoleum type, but they're very ramshackle and not very well made. But it might have been someone that had a little bit more money but couldn't afford the main cemetery.
Yes. Poor unfortunate soul. He'll go over if is there any trees in the cemetery at all?
A couple.
I'll go over to one and he'll pull out a spire, just pin it to it.
Okay. Do you call out for Nikolai?
Yeah, he'd give a little shot. Nikolai, before I put this poster up, are you here, by any chance? Nikolai.
You hear the wind howl. The leaves.
Hold on. What was his... I got his girlfriend's name. Thought I did. What is his girlfriend's name? Ooh. My notes, I should write them neater. Okay. Can I make a check to see? Because I know I have it written down somewhere. I just don't want to take forever to look for it.
Okay, make a check. Straight intelligence.
Okay, yeah. Not completely unintelligent. Oh, just kidding, I am. But it's okay. 16?
Okay, that's enough to remember the name. I don't remember it myself. So,
okay, yeah.
And it's deep in the notes.
Yeah, it's deep in my notes too. I'm like, oh man, I don't want written down.
But you call out her name as well.
Anna.
Anna. That's right.
Anna, thank you.
I remembered a name.
You did. We were all impressed.
I know. Right?
And so you call out Anna's name. You call out Nikolai's name.
Nikolai.
And after a moment, there's a small light in the middle of the graveyard. And it starts floating slowly over to you. And there you see the cute little crayon written face.
Yeah.
That was on the rock, but you've known that when he summons Anna, it comes off the rock and animates itself. And it sits there. And it looks like it's trying to speak to you as the little line mouth is moving, but you are unable to hear.
I see. I can't quite make it out, but not if Nikolai's all right.
It bobs up and down.
Oh, good. I was concerned about. I made these posters. You see.
It kind of slides in and looks closely, and you see it smile.
Yes, I was very concerned, but knowing that you've taken care of him, that reassures me. Do let me know, or have him let me know if either of you need anything. You know where the inn's at. Glad you're doing all right, and that the airship didn't squish the both of you.
Bobs again.
All right. Well, I'm going to leave the cemetery now. Take care.
It floats back into the distance and fades away into the darkness.
Wendell is relieved to have that affirmation. And good. This also shows concern. This is all the things you're supposed to do with a friend, I believe. And he'll walk back out the cemetery. Maybe try to take a different path back to the inn to not
You
not
come to the
pass by.
gate,
Yeah.
and there is a form standing on the other side. A very large form.
Oh, I see. Excuse me.
It's late night to be walking around on your own there, eh, Governor?
Oh, I'm never alone.
You look awfully alone to me. And you see he's got a bat, a little
Mm-hmm.
stick.
I would
His
like
hand.
to telepathically, just kind of in Lamont-like fashion,
Mm-hmm.
be like, oh, but he's not alone. In his brain.
Okay, are you trying to, is that your voice saying it, or are you trying to make it sound like someone else's voice?
Try to sound like someone else's voice.
Okay. Give me a performance check.
Okay. Thankfully, it's a charisma-based skill.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, 19.
Okay, all right. So give me also
An
an intimidation check.
Same bonus. Let's see how we do. Come on. First ever set of dice. Not bad. That's a 17.
That's a 17?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you see him kind of step back and like eyes up, kind of keeping an eye on you, but turning his head. Sort of got that dog look. Like,
Uh-huh.
hey, it's a pretty neat trick you've got going there.
I look like what trick?
Hey, maybe you're not a fresh fish to be poached this evening, but I'll let you know you walk through here again in the evenings. It won't just be me. Those are some fine threads you have. And I saw your glowy stuff out in the graveyard. And
Oh, that wasn't mine. That was a ghost. I was
we don't
conversing
take
with
kindly
it.
to people playing with our dead out here. So you getting back to where you're from.
It was my plan. I will walk on away.
Give me an insight.
Yeah. I could do that. Oh, I'm proficient in it. I have a character that's proficient in it. Okay. I keep going down a few. This one's a 15.
15. That's good enough.
Just keep going
you
down.
notice he's trying his best to keep his cool. He is a little freaked out about the situation.
Yeah.
He thinks you're maybe a necromancer or something, and now
probably.
you're in his head. Maybe you called up a spirit.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got the tough guy thing going, but you can tell you got to him a little bit.
A little bit. A little smug with that. That's right. Never alone. And then I go back to the inn
Okay.
to make some more flyers.
All right.
Oh,
So
yeah, it's
Yes.
a bit late, isn't it? I won't check on my recruits now. I'll work on to that.
yeah, it's 3 or 4 in the morning.
I'll just go
almost
work
now.
on some more propaganda.
Okay, so Harlan is passed out. Howl is trying to pass out, correct? Okay. Lamont, you're in your secret basement. Getting a little tired. It's been a long day.
Mm.
What are you doing in your lair?
He makes an attempt to write a to-do list, and his memory, I think, is so fractured that he gets frustrated and throws things around the room and has a little tantrum. And then I think it's up to the rooftop for another half hour, 45 minutes of brooding,
Okay.
and then off to bed.
All right. So Lamont goes to bed. Wendell, you make it back in.
Yes.
It's just Roger Roger in the main room. He kind of waves and nods at you.
Give him a nod. Wipe my boots onto the rug really good before I come in, because I just imagine, because Igor is not here at this prestidigitation. For the distance, I imagine that graveyard was just filthy. So.
Right. And it was a light rain out as
Oh,
you were walking.
yes.
So you're a little damp. A lot of mud.
It's fine. I'll just go up and work on some propaganda.
Okay. So you
'Cause I don't
rest
sleep.
for the rest of the evening. Okay. So as we all rest and recuperate, the next day finally dawns. Everyone got a good rest because you all wake up at the hours that you feel necessary. Who thinks they got up first? Okay, Wendell, of course, you never went to sleep. All right, so you go down for breakfast.
Yes.
All right, private room. Anyone else getting up early?
Yes, crack of dawn here.
Yes.
Well, let's just roll a con save for that
Alright.
one.
Attempting to make it the crack of dawn.
Oh, 18. Okay, you do wake up feeling quite refreshed. Still a little off kilter because that was a hell of a dream,
Yes,
but you're awake.
quite scary. All right. I'm going to immediately head downstairs. Well, no. Immediately get dressed, then head downstairs.
Wise choice. Wise choice. You head downstairs. You see that Wendell is already downstairs, but you're used to that. Wendell is always downstairs when you come down for breakfast.
Must wake up super.
Yes, good morning, Wendell.
Good morning, Harlan. Did you sleep well?
Oh. Not at first, but after I had a bit of a concoction the
Yes.
bartender made up, I
Drugs will do that.
did right well. Drugs, you say?
Yes, pharmaceuticals.
Oh, yes, of course. Well, I'm going to catch a quick breakfast, then head off and find the second most renowned blacksmith in town.
Really?
Yes.
What need of you of a blacksmith?
I need new armor.
Ah. I wouldn't really know much about armor, but I'm sure new armor is always a good thing. It's like new clothes.
Yes, I'm looking for quite some more protection. But hopefully still be able to move around.
Protection is important.
Yes. I had a terrible, terrible vision last night.
Oh.
Yes.
That seems to be going around here.
Oh,
I plop down next to y'all.
Good morning, Howl.
hello, Howl.
I hope you were able to get some sleep last night.
Oh, yeah, broken heart and all.
Terribly sorry.
Broken heart?
I tried to let her down gently, but
Yep.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah, I'm devastated.
I'm sure you are.
Mm-hmm.
what were you two's plans for the day?
I'm waiting for that cleric to come,
Oh, I see. Well,
and then I've got some. Yeah.
Is that toxin still affecting you?
He says that, and your head begins to pound a little bit more as the potion for the night before begins to wear off.
Don't I have the thing of
the amulet, yeah.
Oh,
The
that's
amulet?
right. You have the amulet.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Now Igor's probably sitting in his room blind.
Blind.
That's why he hasn't come out yet.
Yeah.
He can't figure it out.
Okay, yes. You can still feel how when you have a migraine and then
Like
the
a
migraine
pressure
goes,
headache.
you could feel that
Yeah.
absence of the migraine.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's there.
Yeah, I'm just, it'd be nice to get away from it, but whatever.
Yes. I have good news about our friend Nikolai. He's
Oh?
alright. Yes. Anna took care of him, it seems.
Still,
I didn't see him, but I ran into her, and she assured him everything was fine.
Okay, sure.
still wonder how he escaped.
It was right next to me, so
Magic, probably.
Yes, I wonder how you escaped also.
yeah, me too.
Through the cobblestone, I believe.
Into the sewer.
Yes.
Is you unbelievably
Lucky.
lucky.
Resilient.
Yes, resilient.
Sure. Those are words. Sure.
Well, I believe that Lamont was going on about High Tinker stuff again last night. He'll probably want to do that today. I'm going to go check on some people I know. And then I'll be back in a little bit.
As you get up,
Mm-hmm.
you see the older original proprietor of the Grayskull Shadow Inn, Barden Ronat. Pouchy belly, smile creased face. He's wearing, the misfitting suit that sort of hangs on him a little bit. Like maybe he was a little heavier, but now he's lost a little weight, but he still wears the same clothes because he likes them. It's like, oh, good morning. I'm glad you're already up there. Where's Lamont and Igor?
Who fucking cares?
Igor's probably asleep and or blind, and don't know about Lamont. Never know about Lamont. I'd never assume anything with that man, except that he's crazy.
He is definitely around here somewhere.
That's fair. It is about the time that we pay out the dividends for the most recent month. I want to make sure I got your payments to you. And he has 5 coin bags. And he sets them down on the table. That's what your percentage is for this month. Of course, you can always borrow against the house. We allow that, but the interest rates are, as you know, quite substantial. But I'll be happy to give you a loan if you ever need one.
Thank you,
We're
Barton.
backed by a very fine organization.
Yes, you're well
And he
aware.
winks at Howl.
Well aware.
Yes, I love providing hope to many.
Yeah.
Sure you do.
No.
Yes.
Yes, as do I, in a manner of speaking.
Oh, and you keep the pouches. I'm just throwing those in. Yeah.
Wow.
Service,
Thank
if
you.
you will.
So generous of you.
Free
I hope-
pouches.
I hope you. They're very fine. They're like supple, soft leather.
Well,
They look nice. They are good coin pouches. They're not
these
just
are
like
pretty nice pouches.
Yeah, so generous of you.
only the best for our new owners.
Yes.
So proud. Plus, I don't have to deal with Bilby, and that's just wonderful. Don't tell him I said that.
Of course not. Wouldn't dream of it.
Right. And if he comes back, I love him just as much.
Of course.
Not right. But have a good morning. Be sure. Promise me you'll get the payments to Igor and to Lamont.
Of course.
Because I would hate to have to recover lost wages.
It would be quite tragic.
Yes.
And I grabbed 2 pouches.
Thank you. Have a good morning. If you need anything, let me know.
Of course.
He walks back out. As you start to count your monies, Lamont, what are you doing? Are you still sleeping? Yeah, there seems to be-
I gotta walk in at this point in the proceedings.
Okay.
I am fully nude, except for
Oh,
my
God!
boot. And I am holding a bed sheet wrapped in a bindle over my shoulder, which contains my outfit and everything but my boots. And I walk into the room and I say, "I am the terror what strikes in the dark, and I need to
I
do
believe you
laundry."
strike in the stock, good sir. Could you put on some clothing?
Your little goblins hanging out.
What?
Barden kind of pushes Lamont in the small of his back and then slams the doors closed quickly.
Very quickly
And you hear him
behind
apologizing to the people who were eating breakfast.
I am the terror what strikes in the dark.
I believe the terror is supposed to be wearing clothing.
I have showered, I have talked, and I am ready for laundry and breakfast.
Do you only have one outfit, Lamont?
Yes, I've been wearing the same clothes for months.
That explains the smell. That explains a lot, actually. We'll get you. You have money. You can buy yourself a new outfit, so you don't have to get arrested for public indecency.
Is that a thing?
Yes, it is a thing. Don't walk around in the streets naked.
I thought that this was home. I thought that we owned this.
The bottom section is an establishment for the public, sir.
The bottom section of what? Me?
The bar, the restaurant of the inn. Your room is your home.
All right. So many rules. You know, it's barely even worth it. All right. Fine. Look, I think I saw a towel over here if you all are so uncomfortable with the male form.
Yes.
But I need laundry, and for laundry I think I need money.
You have
Does
money.
anyone have any money?
Yes, you just got some, and the unclaimed coin purse. I'm sure by this time I'll just
She hands
Mage
you a very
hand.
nice leather coin
Mage
purse
hand it over
that has
to
a
him.
good weight to it.
Oh, I gotta jingle it in my hand a little bit, right in the.
It's usually 30 to 50 coins inside this.
Very nice, very nice. I appreciate. See, that's a fun surprise to wake up to. Look, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go throw a towel around
There's a
beds here
napkin.
since Wendell
Here.
here is so upset over it.
Yes.
And when I was living in the tent city downtown, nobody cared. But
That's because you were in the tent city downtown, Lamont. Congratulations, you've somehow risen in society a bit.
dare you, sir? All right, I'll deal with you later. All right. Also, there's no hot water. Just letting you know. And I walk upstairs. I'm going to go.
I didn't need to see that.
I am serious. This is where we're at in this game. Are there on-site laundry facilities, or is it like a gnome who does laundry in the back alley, or how does it work?
Well, there is a laundry service at the inn that you live in if you ask any of the employees there.
Yeah. I like go in a towel, and it's like a washcloth. Like I couldn't find the whole towel.
Oh,
So I'm holding, like
You
a
like you step into the back where the serving girls are working and the staff are all back to the cook, and you're asking about laundry, and like you just hear the people snickering, kind of laughing, and the head cook, large older woman, is just like, you can't be dressed like that in my kitchen. You put your bag outside the door and they pick it up and they wash it for you and bring it back.
what am I supposed to wear in the meantime?
You stay in your room. You don't let it. Do you not have any other clothes?
No. Why are you offering? Where do
Where do you get
I'll
clothes?
just go buy some. I have some money. I'll just go buy some.
But you need clothes to go out in the street or you'll be arrested.
I do?
Yes.
I will?
Yes.
Oh, I'd like to see them try that shit. In broad daylight, they will have to catch my ass first.
You'll be very easy to find. You shine right now, Sonny. The sun hasn't seen that bottom in quite a few years. It's the whitest thing I've seen since I pulled the flower out this morning.
The tent city downtown, they don't enforce those rules. That's all I'm saying.
If you'd like to go back.
I emerged from a blue sapphire pyramid with no pants on. And
Right, honey. Look, why don't you leave the laundry with me?
uh-huh,
I'll make sure it's taken care of. You're upstairs, right?
uh-huh.
The fourth
Uh-huh.
floor?
Well, not right now, but I will be.
Should have done. You could have the barman call you a tailor.
Okay. He's going to call me a tailor. I'm going to call him an asshole.
Kind of big, deep breath.
Am I supposed to be hearing like telephones ringing right now?
Hey, Sonny, listen. He will call a tailor to come to you and make you some clothes, or bring you some that will fit.
They'll make me clothes?
You have to pay for them.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
by the time that's done, your laundry will be finished as well.
All right. I'm like walking off.
Did you leave your laundry with her?
Yes.
Okay.
But not the money. And with the half towel wrapped around me, I go order up he needs a suit. Like he needs let's bring the game to a screeching halt now that he's done his laundry. Boy, hold on, folks. We're in for a thrill ride tonight. This is the big laundry episode we're having right now. Don't want to miss this. Yeah. So he just goes and has like a full-on like black power suit made in the, I think that'd be fun.
Okay. So you go up to the bar.
I do.
One of the servers is sitting there. It's Ari. She's a little waif of a woman who works there. She knows you. She's sort of kind of like, oh my, what are you wearing?
Nothing.
Right. Why?
My clothes stank. I'd been wearing them for weeks, potentially months. I lost track of time since I've died twice. They're in the laundry, and I was told that I could tell you that I want clothes made for me.
You'd like the tailor to be called?
Yep. You were going to call me a tailor.
No, I'm calling a tailor for you.
Oh, okay. Well, I can call you Betty and you can call me Al. So just get that going. And I want a black suit.
Let me call the tailor for you. If you'd like, I can send some food up to you to your room. The tailor will come, take your measurements, and probably even I'll have them bring some clothes as well. You like black, don't you?
Yeah, well, if you're gonna, I'll save you the trouble. Tailor.
There's no tailor.
Where
here.
is the tailor? Reveal thyself.
Mr. Lamont, Mr. Quinlan, why don't you return to your room and rest for a bit, or go into the private room and rest, and I will have the tailor sent to you as soon as he arrives.
How do you know my name?
You're my boss.
You're what?
I work here at the inn. You are one of the owners. I'm required to know your name.
Nice. All right. Okay. Cool. And your name is?
Ori.
Ori. I remember you, Ori. I'll yell at you.
I was going to say, I'm surprised he hasn't yelled at her already.
Thank you, sir.
And he just goes and sits in a chair, crosses his legs over his naughty bits.
Would you like to sit in your private room where the breakfast is being served?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
That would be wise. I'm sure your friends would enjoy your company.
I'm sure they would.
Yes.
Have my own napkin. I just walk in with all the confidence. This is total body confidence here, people.
It's obvious.
No shame.
All right. So Lamont enters back in, still wearing what he wore the first time. What is everyone doing in the dining room? Wendell, Howl, Harlan?
Harlan is leaving.
Wendell is leaving.
Okay. Did you count your money?
Yes.
You find that each pouch has exactly 50 coins in it, and each of those are platinum.
Wendell's got a pep in his step and a gleam in his eye. He's striding on out.
Okay. So, Lamont, you walk in. Wendell and Harlan walk out. Howl, are you leaving as well?
I'll finish my breakfast, but I am pointedly ignoring Lamont, but not because he's naked, because she's fucking pissed at him.
Okay.
Are you rage drinking chocolate milk or orange juice at him this morning?
No.
Okay.
I'm rage drinking mimosas.
Okay. All right. So, Lamont, Howl, do you say anything to each other?
I do not say a word to Lamont.
Okay. Lamont?
Oh, they got a fresh fruit plate.
It's right next to you, Howl. So to get up and get it, he has to lean over the table next to you to grab the fruit.
I got the red grapes. I like the green grapes, but I'll take the red grapes. Excuse me for just a second. Let me reach over here and get the bananas. You just need like one banana. It's fine. And
his half towel is having a very difficult time covering him.
Yeah. So what do they do? Like, do they do waffles or like what's the hot item? Do they got a hot item?
There's bacon on the table. It's cooling a bit now. It's been here for a little while. There's also ham, and there are pancakes of a type.
Mm. He just sits down and eats with all the reckless abandon of a man who's having custom clothes made for him as he eats. It's just he's having a great morning.
Okay.
Eventually, Hal gets to a point where she's like pissed off enough that she like slams her silverware down on the table, abruptly stands up, probably knocking over her chair, and like storms out, slamming the door behind her. Like she's fucking pissed.
Okay.
She's just mad because she's destined to murder me.
You say to no one. Actually, no, you say to your kitten, who's kind of head popping out of the pocket, looking around,
There's
looking
no
at
pockets.
breakfast.
Oh, I mean,
Oh
there's
no,
one
no, he didn't have a
pocket.
pocket. It's followed you in. I forgot. You're naked.
Unless
That's
it's
a
popping
problem.
out of the pocket. I really hope that kitten's not in the prison pocket.
Prison
That's all I'm
pocket
saying.
kitten. Oh, God.
That'd be
All
awful.
right, to keep my money.
Oh my God. Wow. Okay. I didn't want to think of that.
Sorry, you said pocket and he was naked.
Thank you.
It just-
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. So the cat and Lamont enjoy breakfast waiting on a tailor, which will come soon, provide you whatever clothing you wish. Well, Wendell, Harlan, where do you go when you leave breakfast?
Well, yes, I'm going to go look for the second most renowned smith in the city.
How do you define that? How do you decide who is the second most renowned?
He's not-
Well-
he's the one with the second best reviews on
Yeah.
Help, which is a bulletin board.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That sounds like a good enough way. No, I'm going to ask. I want to go look for people that seem to have custom armor and ask them where they got their armor from.
Okay. Give me a perception check. Let's
All
see how well you notice this morning people wearing custom armor.
18.
Oh, well rolled. It takes you a little while. You're wandering your way towards Abdar's Promenade because you figure that's the best location for it. You know, there are a mass of smithies in that direction. You see a rather pompous looking man in golden armor, bejeweled. Just gems all over it. Blonde hair, really like long, wispy goatee. It's overdressed. Kind of uncomfortable in the armor, but trying to make it look imposing.
Hmm.
He has a book and quill with him.
Walk up to him. Excuse me, sir.
Yes. Good morning.
You have some fine armor. May I
Oh,
ask where you
Only the
purchased-
finest.
Who crafted such fine piece?
Oh, oh no! This was made in Wildmount by the family armorist.
Oh, really?
Yes, James. James did my armor.
And where might be the easiest way to connect with him?
Oh, you mean my family armor?
Yes.
Are you familiar with Wildmount?
Am I familiar with Wildmount?
It is a very large continent
Mhm.
across the sea to the west.
That's not going to help.
No, probably not.
Damn. Oh, yes. I had forgotten. Do you know of any other smiths around this place?
Well,
I'm looking for a fine armorer.
I've not spent much time here recently. It's been some time. I have friends that have been in the area, but they've moved for the most part. They don't spend much time in Amman anymore. I wouldn't say that I know much about the location, but I'm sure if I knew the best armor smith here, I probably would be able to tell you it's Master Dugan.
Master Dugan.
Yes. Master Armorsmith. Dandy Dugan.
Oh, Dandy Dugan.
Oh, I love that name.
I will definitely be looking for him. Have you seen any examples of his work?
Oh, yes, quite a bit. I've purchased a few things from him from time to time when I've needed them, but they've never been as grand as what I'm wearing. He sparkles in the sunlight.
It is quite fine armor.
The finest only for me.
He says, barely able to hide his disgust. Well, I thank you for the information. I am in quite a hurry.
No, well, don't let me keep you. Enjoy your morning, sir. I hope you find splendid armor in your future.
Yes, and thank you for the information. I'm sure I'll see you around town.
Not for long. I'm leaving soon, but nice sentiment.
He just kind of walks off.
You hear him as he turns away. He goes, "Dodie, take this down." It disappears into the throng of the morning.
Yep.
All right, so you head back deeper into Abdar's Promenade.
Yes, I'll be looking for this
Master Dandy Dugan.
Dandy Dugan.
Yes. And as you go looking for Dandy Dugan, let's go check in on Wendell one last time.
Yes. I'm checking in on Amicius Beck and Gunther Henry.
Okay. Where are you looking for your followers?
Let's see, they are hardworking commoners, so I mean, it's pretty early in the morning still, so I'm going to try to catch them on their way to the job site, because I probably found them leaving the job site, you know?
Okay.
Their work. I'll try to catch them on the way there.
All right. So you know they're slum inhabitants, Whitestone slum inhabitants, of course.
Yes.
You head to the last location that you knew that Amicius Beck lived. And there's a different person coming outside of his door. A younger woman, looks basically like you would imagine Amicius Beck would look if he was a woman. Hardworking, callous on her hands, mud on her shoes. Look like she's already worked this morning and she's going back out for more.
Well, excuse me, miss.
Oh, good morning. How am I to help you?
Have you seen a Mr. Amicius Beck? Chance?
Oh, Bexy. All right. Yeah, he's moved on. Got himself some new gig or something like that. I don't know. Making pretty good money now, I hear. I moved into the town.
Thank you. Have a lovely day.
Sure, you too.
Ponder. Check it on if he moved. He didn't give me a change of address. Well, Gunther Henry. Let's check on Mr. Henry.
Okay. Are you going to his home or his place of work?
I'll go to his place of work.
Okay.
He was a co-worker, kind of Amicius, but he was one of Amicius's recruits, so he probably hasn't risen up his eye yet.
You know that he was in the tannery. And that's on the outskirts of town because of the smell. And
yes.
Lots of urine being used.
Maybe I can find an orphan while I'm at it.
You head there. You see the tannery. You see people working. You see Gunther. Seems to be basically managing at the point now. He seems to be commanding people around a bit.
Gunther!
Looks over his shoulder. He's like, 1 minute. He goes back to what he's doing for a second. You wait like 5 minutes, and then he finally kind of clears up what he's doing, walks out.
I write in my notebook during this 5 minutes.
Hey, boss. What's up?
Just checking in, seeing how things are going, seeing if you needed anything.
No, the big man's been taking care of me. He's giving me a couple pointers on, how to be a little bit more assertive,
Yes, I see you're doing well. Promoted.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, all it takes is just a little bit of confidence. You start believing in yourself and a little bit of extra you get from, who. And, twist a mind here, plant a thought there. Everything's great.
It's brilliant. Yes, I'm glad you're enjoying it thus. I heard you have a new recruit.
Well, yes. I've kind of picked up one of the family, someone that has the same thoughts as me. We want to be better than we've been doing now. So, yeah, that's All right, Harlan. I understand your headphones are out, so
Oh no.
yeah. So yeah, I can introduce you to him.
I would love
you'd
that.
like.
Yes, I'd like to have a personal touch to it, you know.
Are we still gonna have our monthly meeting? I mean, the big man checks in with us from time to time, but
I believe you've gotten a good enough, start on yourself. Sometimes the new recruits, they need a bit of a oomph, but I think you've got it now. You don't have to attend monthly. I would like to check in on you once in a while just to make sure everything's going all right. It's good to check in with each other. We're all, of course, in the same prison.
Yeah, right. The prison. Yeah. That's. Did you come up with that name yourself, or was that something that,
Our benefactor came up with it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's pretty nifty. Well, I'll bring Bobby by.
Yes. Well, free drink for each of you at the Grayskull Inn.
Oh, of course. Yeah. All right. We'll bring him by, and we'll go on from there.
Excellent.
All right. I gotta get back to work.
Have an excellent day, Gunter.
All right.
Keep up the good work.
All right, there, Mr. Hassenpfeffer.
Wendell stride on by, keeping his eyes out for destitute orphans.
Well, as we're ending the evening, but our friend Igor made it, I get to do a little Igor for him. Igor, welcome back.
Yes. Well, I'm excited. What are you gonna do for Igor?
You slept really, really well last night. Okay? There was a lot of excitement. You rage dug through most of that wreckage so effectively that you'd pretty much torn the ship apart in some parts and made it easier for the other rescuers to get in there to double check. So you did a great...
the one-man wrecking squad is.
You were, but that wore you out. You blew all your rages and you had to sleep. Now, I'd like you to roll me a perception check for while you're sleeping.
Perception check. Alrighty. I left my dice in the other room. It's just a +0, so I'm gonna just roll on roll 20.
Okay.
Hey, alright. Who rolled that? Was that you rolling that? I saw a perception check go out. I didn't know.
That's not yours.
Yeah, okay. Just checking. Then Igor rolls a 10.
Okay. So you sleep soundly through the night. You don't know about all the other members of group getting up in the evening and the screaming of Lamont because you're in the servants' quarters and it's quiet there and it's your own little sanctuary and it's a wonderful place.
It needs to be quiet in case masters need to beat their servants.
Of course, that's a very important aspect of a servant quarter. But you wake in the morning knowing that you haven't seen your master in some time. You need to see your master. But when you awake, there's a piece of parchment on your pillow beside you.
Igor picks it up and opens it and
look at it, and there are letters and words on it. You don't read very well, but you do recognize the letters that are your name at the top.
Igor. It must be for me.
It is.
Kind of flips it around, looks at it, studies it. He starts looking around like who knows how to read.
Well, your master can read.
Oh, master! And Igor scrambles out of bed and starts, shambling through the doorway in the hallway and trying to work his way towards where master would be.
Okay. You know that master wakes very early and goes to breakfast because it's provided and it's not something you have to provide for him. So you know that he'll be in the private breakfast room alone, more than likely, because it's earlier. We're going back in time just a little bit.
Master breakfast. Got it.
You arrive and Wendell is sitting at the table working on some flyers, working on some business cards, having a little breakfast.
Igor will come rushing in and kind of bow as he's walking towards Wendell. Master, there's a note with my name
Good
on
morning,
it.
Igor. What?
I was surprised too. I don't know what it says,
Here,
but I think
give it
the
here.
spell-
I'll read it to you, Igor. Also, drink this so you don't go blind again.
Okay. It tastes terrible. Do you read it aloud as you look at it? or
I
do you
read it
first?
I read it first.
Okay.
I think I'm just going to read something addressed to Igor aloud.
All right. I'm going to send it to you in roll 20.
Oh my. Okay.
And you can say what you wish about it.
Oh my. Okay.
No. Also, I think the drink's a little off.
It's the potion that prevents you from going blind.
What's blind mean?
It's when you couldn't see anything yesterday, Igor.
Oh, got it.
He starts rubbing his eyes a little bit, like, hope that doesn't happen.
Do you know an H, Igor? That's who the note's from.
An H?
Yes. Or someone whose name starts with a the sound.
Harlan?
Yes, we know a Harlan and a Howl. But I know Howl's illiterate, and I don't think this is Harlan's, like, immaculate handwriting, probably.
It is not.
So, it's not from either of them, though, because Howl can't write. And this isn't Harlan's handwriting. Do you know another person?
Igor ponders until his ponderer was sore. And he looks confused at you and goes,
I don't think so, master.
It says your master knows lots of important things.
You're very smart.
I am. Wait a moment. Hold on.
Master, why is your book invisible?
It's a magic book, Igor. It's so people don't try to steal it and read it from me. Hold on. What is the name of the person who was the establishment? Sabaka Barden. Nope, it's not Barden. Interesting. Well, that's what the note says. I'll make a very careful note of that handwriting.
Mm-hmm. Do you hand the note back to Igor?
Would you like to write a reply, Igor? I'll pin it out for you.
Well, why would I want to reply?
You know, maybe to get this notice better.
Oh, okay. Mr. Ha, who are you?
Excellent note, Igor. And I want to try to do it in a very sloppy handwriting.
Okay.
So it looks like maybe I hold the quill like this as I write it.
Master, does it mean I'm important? I've never gotten letters before.
It's very peculiar, Igor. Perhaps it's one of the household staff trying to get to know you better. Maybe they're impressed by your work.
Oh, sure.
Alright, Igor, well here. Put this note under your pillow. It's your response. Make sure it's dry.
Why do I put it under my pillow?
Well, if they put a note in your room, perhaps they'll take a note from your room if it's addressed to them.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I mean, you don't know where they live.
Maybe they live here.
Perhaps they do.
Do you need anything, Master? Well, I'll put this in my room right now.
No, breakfast is good. You come eat breakfast when you're finished. Or take some with you if you'd like to eat in the room.
Igor's gonna reach in for Master's plate, like if it's pushed in front of him.
Not my plate. There's a stack of plates right there.
See, at this morning, there was a plate of eggs on the table, and Igor just grabs the entire plate of eggs, and that's why no one else had eggs for breakfast.
Well, and if there's any food left over, he'll grab a serving platter and dump all the food onto that platter and take it with him back to his room with the paper tucked underneath. And he'll be like, we'll eat stuffing in his mouth as he's walking.
Reagan!
All right.
I call for Reagan after he leaves.
Yes, ma'am.
Excuse you?
Sir, sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, Wendell.
Yes. Does any of the members of staff have a first or last name that begins with an H?
No, ma'am. Sir. It's been a long night. Sorry.
It's forgivable this time. Yes, thank you.
All right. And as that thought crosses Wendell's mind, definitely a man, and Igor goes back to take his note and breakfast to his bedroom. We'll call it there because I think Nugget is passing out behind the keyboard. Harlan can no longer speak because his headphones are dead, and the rest of us need to go probably. So yes, we're going to go around and speak to everyone, see how much fun they had, see what they thought about the evening, and tell us who they are and where we can see them again. Let's jump over to what is the terror in the night, or something like that. It has lots of different ways you could say it. Our naked friend who doesn't know how to do laundry, Lamont Quinlan.
Terror, what streaks in the dark?
Streaks in the dark, or daylight now.
Or daylight. This was great. He is at once Batman and Inspector Gadget. He exists somewhere between the most surreal thing I can do and also the most like intentional. Like he has to have one intention all the time, and everything else is just like he's out of his mind. But as long as you have one thing to pull him through it, like I feel like it works. And so I love that he started off brooding, like, you know, on a rooftop and ended alone, nude, talking to himself in front of a huge banquet of food. It just makes me really happy, and I'm glad that I get to do this, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Thank you for having me. You guys were all great. Everything everybody else did was genius. Thank you. Good night. Watch WebDM. Do that too. Thank you.
All right. Yes, watch WebDM because I'm sure it will be very interesting YouTube video tomorrow, as it always is. Next, we will go to our now released from Wendell's Love, Howl.
Hi, I'm Nugatosaurus. I play Howl, the shifter fighter, who is no longer the object of Wendell's affections. Yes. Yeah, so I had several favorite parts. That was definitely one of them. Just that whole conversation and being like, I'm so devastated. Yep.
I was going for relieved, yet mildly insulted.
And then my other favorite part was, first of all, the reveal that Howl was in Lamont's dreams. And then the second was Lamont just accusing her of murder and screaming at her. And she's very upset and very hurt and very like, fuck you, asshole, kind of thing. So she will not be friendly towards Lamont in the future. And yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow night. I play Ambar of Vanastra, Divine Soul Sorceress. Fighting... Were we fighting something? No, we're talking to Van Richten. That's what we're doing tomorrow night. Yeah, that's it. That's
I hear we're level 6.
That's right. We just leveled up.
Mm-hmm.
So, awesome. All right. Now, we would normally go over to our intrepid intellectual hobgoblin, but he can't really speak tonight because his headphones died and he has no mic. But he can hear us.
I can do it.
So Wendell would take the place of Harlan Flipcloak.
Hi, my name's Trip. I play MD20 Coup de Grace. I play Harlan Flipcloak, and sometimes I play video games on my channel, so come check me out. I had a lot of fun. My favorite part was definitely the dream of me getting disintegrated and my toupee, wearing that even under my nightcap. So yeah. See you guys tomorrow, maybe.
Thanks, D20. That was great. I thought your toupee under your nightcap was great too. And before we hand everything over to Wendell, let's go with our lucky to join us right at the end, Igor.
Hi there.
Yeah, sorry. Work called. So normally you'd find me here Mondays, Tuesdays on Lindsay's channel, except for work. Happens sometimes, but poof, here I am at the end. Didn't get to see too much, but it sounds like I missed a lot and a lot of great things. So I'm going to pick in your guys' brains afterwards. So we'll see what happened. But yeah, good show. Glad you guys all came that are watching it. And thanks.
All right. And I'm at Deception Check. I'm the DM. You can find me here on Monday nights running, corralling these crazy kids as we try and have some semblance of a normal session going at any particular time. But with Wendell here, what can you do? So my favorite part was just playing with everyone after I had to go hurricane hiding last week. So I just love the game. Love to see what's going on. I think Lamont is driving me insane, and I love it. He's great. The naked Lamont for breakfast. I did not expect that, and I still don't understand why, but that's the kind of thing I expect, and I love it. So we'll pass this on to the owner of our channel, the player behind Wendell, Eustace, Abernathy, Lucius, Throckwaddle, Hassenpfeffer IV, the Havisham Hassenpfeffers.
Yes. That's me. I'm Lindy. Obviously, you know me because you're here watching it on my channel. That was super fun. Some favorite moments of tonight. I liked because I've been meaning for Wendell to talk to Howl about this for like a few weeks now. So just the impending dread that poor Nugget had, and then her relief when it finally came up. That was great. I loved that. Also, Lamont had some good lines. And Harlan's concoction, and just being like, "What do you want, Lamont?" Like, I'm about to pass out. That was pretty funny. And Wendell's not old yet; he's just getting there. So we'll see what happens. I can't wait for more of this. You can find us back here same time tomorrow for Mists of Ravenloft, where they are chatting with Van Richten at a book signing, and also maybe we'll find out why Ambara has been having some weird dream stuff going on lately. I don't know. Maybe. And also this Friday here on the channel we have our once-a-month Aliens tabletop RPG, so get ready for the spooktacular events. We left on quite a cliffhanger last month, so I'm excited. Hope you all are too. Also, in case y'all didn't notice, but we've got a new emote in the chat, which I'm super excited about. I'm just gonna, spam it a little bit because it's great. Also, our thug emote got revamped, so have fun with those if you're subscribed. I know I will be having a lot of fun with them, and we'll catch you all later. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic evening.